All right, welcome back. Everybody's getting ready because Thanksgiving is next week, and from there, more holidays just keep rolling out over the next couple of months. If you're looking for some elegant yet delicious dessert recipes, well, you're going to want to pay attention. Ashley Kirkland joins us this morning at the Landmark Inn with Joe Hex. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. We're at the lovely penthouse of the Landmark Inn. Now, you've heard of the Cake Boss on TLC, but here in Marquette, we have Joe, the cake guy, who has Joe's Cakes at the Landmark Inn. And you can see he's right here. He's already prepared some lovely holiday desserts for us. He's going to tell us how you guys can make those easy, simple, yet elegant desserts for the holidays. And I wish on TV that you could smell, because it smells delicious in here. Joe, thanks so much for being here this morning.
No problem, Ashley. Morning. How you doing?
I am good now. What do we have here, and how can people get started doing something like this?
Well, Ashley, what we're going to do today is really simple stuff. You don't have to be all bakery in order to make your house smell good. I mean, that's the best part of the holidays, when people walk into your home and it smells like food. So the first thing we've got today is it's a simple pumpkin pie, but just with a little twist. The most important part of a pumpkin pie to me is the crust. And there's a lot of different ways you can do your crust. Here are the three main ways. We have the simplest way. Go to the grocery store, get a good frozen pie crust. The next thing is they make the rolled up, if you want to do a double crusted pie, or you can make it from scratch yourself if you feel a little braver. I'm going to tell you right now, one of the easiest looking things, but one of the hardest things to do is to make a good pie crust from scratch. So when I'm in a hurry, even at home, I use the simple ones. Next thing, pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. Get a can of pumpkin pie mix and get the mix. Instead of the solid packed pumpkin, this is all spiced up and ready to go for you. You add some eggs, throw it in your mixer, you're good to go.
And this is less intimidating for people, because people are working, they're on vacation for the holidays. I mean, really, who has time to do anything from scratch these days?
And the pies that you see here, Ashley, are made from the stuff that I'm showing you here. They're not the bakery scratch pies that we make here, and that took me an hour last night from start to taking it out of the oven. If you want to get a little bakery, as we call it, after you mix your pumpkin pie, take a brick of cream cheese and an egg, throw it in the mixer, add half the mix to it, pour that on the bottom of the crust, the rest on the top, and you'll have a layered pumpkin cream cheese pie.
Okay. Now tell us how you can get the kids involved. I see you have stencils here.
I do. You know, you eat with your eyes first, so you want to make things look pretty. So after you get your pumpkin pie baked, it's going to look like this, which is great. You can throw some whipped cream on it and be ready to go, or you can bring it out and get the oohs and ahs. So what we have here is I pre-rolled some extra pie crust. We've got our cookie cutters here that you can get anywhere, and the ones that we have here are just the nuts and the leaves, but the best part, have your kids put their hand on the dough, cut it out with a knife, and have them make the old-fashioned turkey hands and feathers.
Fun.
Pre-bake it, and then when your pie's done, all you have to do is set it right on top.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Joe. That looks delicious. I think my eyes are actually bigger than my stomach, but I can handle all of this. A little bit later, Vicki, Joe is going to show us how you can take several ingredients and you can make several different recipes with these key ingredients under $30 on a budget. Don't have time. These ingredients will help you to make several different recipes. Back to you in the studio for now. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.
Welcome back. We're a week away from Thanksgiving, and if you're looking to cook to impress, well, there are several recipes simple that will have your family thinking you might be the next Martha Stewart. Ashley Kirkland live at the Landmark this morning with more on those recipes. Ashley?
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. We're here at the Penthouse back at the Landmark. And if you do want to impress your family or maybe the in-laws this year, you don't have to break the bank to do so. And I'm here again with Joe Hex from Joe's Cakes, who's going to tell us how we can get all of the ingredients we need for over a lot of recipes, right?
Yep. I actually went out last night. What you see here costs less than $30 at a local grocery store. And this time of year, a lot of baking supplies are on sale, so it's a good time to stock up, and you can get it for even less. If you have what I show you here, you can make over 16 different cookie recipes. You can make over 8 different kinds of quick bread, pie crust. And the ingredients you have here is enough for 400 cookies, for 30 loaves of quick bread. So really, for $30, you can make your house smell great. And in an hour, you can have that last-minute dessert. So I'll do a quick rundown of what every holiday pantry should have for baking. Of course, you need flour. Just a regular all-purpose baking flour is great. Sugar. Vegetable oil. This is a bakery-sized vegetable oil. You don't have to buy one that large.
Now, quick question, Joe. I have made the mistake of using olive oil in some of my desserts, and it kind of gives it this tangy, olivey taste.
If
Do you
you're gonna
not?
make a savory, bake something savory like rolls or bread or crackers, then olive oil is great. If not, use a good old-fashioned vegetable oil. Regular old table salt, baking powder and baking soda. My suggestion when you buy these two things, don't try to save money and get the big ones. These will actually go stale and they won't work as well. So buy smaller and more often. We have some fresh cinnamon, butter, vanilla. This is one thing I say splurge on. Imitation vanilla and regular vanilla, you can taste the difference. So get a smaller bottle of the real stuff. And then we've got powdered sugar and brown sugar, of course, eggs. And then take your pick. We've got, I love a good pecan, and chocolate, or you can get dried fruit or nuts. This is all stuff except for the eggs and butter that are shelf stable. Find a little spot, buy this, keep it in there. You can pop in your cookbooks or pop online and find a recipe, and I guarantee you that you will find something that you can make with this, and it'll last all the way through the holiday season, and everybody loves when you walk into the door with a gift you can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking about, because you do have a lot of dairy products in here, what are some of those that you can the desserts you can kind of leave out on the counter overnight, and some that you must store immediately?
Well, I suggest anything that has fresh dairy in it. So cheesecakes, if you know what arugula is, if there's cream cheese in the dough, if like our pumpkin pie we did earlier has cream cheese in it, anything with a whipped topping or anything with a fresh buttercream, you want to keep that cold. I'm old-fashioned though. I like my dessert to be warm and mushy, so take it out about an hour before you're going to eat it, and then you get that nice, soft, sweet dairy flavor that comes through, but it's still safe.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And Vicki, Joe, everyone knows that we're doing our pie off next week.
I get to eat.
Yes, you do. I'm a little nervous because Joe is going to be the judge of our pies. Oh, my goodness. I'm making a sweet potato pie. And that's more of a regional thing. Joe told me that that's
Yep.
more of a southern thing, right?
Right.
Absolutely. Sweet potato and bourbon pecan pie. If you go past the Mason-Dixon line, they'll look at you funny when you get a pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring the Mason-Dixie line up here to the UP, and I'm going to make a
Excellent.
sweet potato pie.
I'm excited.
So, Vicki, don't try to put anything up your sleeve here. I got the man with me right here, but I'll take it back to you in the studio for now. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.
All right, I'm more nervous about you getting some tips.
Welcome back, everyone. The holidays bring good cheer, laughter, and good food that you may only eat once or twice a year. And today we're showing you how to make those desserts that the entire family will enjoy. TV6's Ashley Kirkland has been at the Landmark Inn in Marquette, and she's back with more. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Greg. That's right. We are here at the Landmark Inn, and the holidays bring about desserts, laughter, like you said, and nothing is more American than good old apple pie. So I'm here again with Joe from Joe's Cakes at the Landmark Inn, and he's going to show us how to make a quickened version of an apple pie. Joe, thanks again. What are we going to do here?
Well, we're going to make an old-fashioned apple dumpling. The great thing is it's quick, it's easy, and it's one per person. So if you're having 4 people for dinner, you don't have to bake a whole pie, and it's not scary at all. So super easy. We're using, to make it simple, the rolled pie crust dough that you can get at any grocery store, like we talked about in the beginning. Fresh apple, and the only tools you need are vegetable and fruit peeler and a good knife.
Okay.
So all we did was take the apple and peel it. We took the knife and cut the core out, so you have no seeds and no stem. Okay. We've got a rolled pie dough. So I'm just brushing this with a little simple water just to make it tacky. And then we're going to shake a little cinnamon sugar. You put your apple in the center, and this is the best part. Bag of fresh caramels.
I've been nibbling on those all morning, just so you know.
So we'll go caramel, and then we'll put some fresh pecans in there. Another caramel, another pecan, and then we'll top it off with one. You can go a little above the apple because as that bakes, the caramel's going to fall in. Another great thing to do is you can put pumpkin pie in there and make an apple pumpkin pie. You can take a pound of cream cheese, an egg, and a 1/4 cup of sugar, stir that up, and put that in there. You have an apple cheesecake thing.
Okay, you're killing me, Joe. I mean, you're just killing our calories, but that's okay. It's the holidays. Now, what's the best kind of apple to use for this?
I love Empire apples. They're good for baking. They're smaller. They're soft, and they're in between that sweet apple and that tart apple. If you like something tartar, Granny Smiths are a great way to go too if you don't want a dessert that's as sweet. So what we're going to do again is take and moisten the pie crust. Super simple. It's going to look just like that. All you do is you bring your two edges up this way, seal them. Bring your edges up this way. We're going to pinch and pinch, and then we just tear the extra pie crust off.
It's like making an origami.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. That'll be the international fusion cooking. Now we're doing the Asian American apple pie.
And in the meantime, this looks like a restaurant dessert, so when your guests come, they'll be surprised.
Absolutely. And you know, my favorite thing too is I love a good pear. And this time of year, you can do the same thing with any stone fruit. You could do it with a pear, you could do it with a peach. So we're just going to take that pie dough off. And then we just fold these edges in. Tuck it, make it look pretty. That's the nice thing about pie dough. If you get a rip, you just push.
Now, how do you, so the apple will be soft inside of there?
It'll bake just like an apple pie, and then that caramel and nuts will melt. And so when you cut it, the caramel and nuts will pour out, and you'll
Okay.
get it just like you're cutting into an apple pie.
Okay.
And then we'll twist the top. You can take your extra dough, roll it into a ball, flatten and shape it with your fingers. And then you just take your knife and make a couple of lines. Add a little cinnamon sugar just because it's good.
Is butter in this equation anywhere?
In the pie crust.
Okay.
Yeah. You put that on top. You're going to bake it in your oven at 350 for about 45 minutes, and it's going to come out looking just like that.
Just like that.
In 3 minutes, you've just made a dessert from scratch.
There you go. There you have it. You have apple pie on the go, and your
Yep.
guests will be satisfied and impressed at the same time.
And it's a great lunchbox dessert as well.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Joe.
you,
We are
Ashley.
going to thank you on Thanksgiving, and so when you're around your table, when you're around your table, give Joe some thanks here because he taught you everything you know. And don't forget to check us out with the Pie Off next Wednesday. I'm not going to give you any hints as to what I'm making, but it'll be delicious. Back to you, Greg, in the studio. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.